Hello guys, welcome to a new video today. Today I will be previewing the Sweden versus England game, the next quarterfinal game that will be played on Saturday. I think it will be a pretty good match. Sweden has played an amazing World Cup, finishing first in the group, beating a pretty good Switzerland side, playing a great game versus Germany, and beating a really good Mexico, or beating them 3-0 was pretty good. They've had a really good World Cup, and the key has been just their overall team play. When they had Zlatan on the team, they really didn't play well as a team. It was much more of a just play for Zlatan system, and now they just play better as a team overall. They have good defenders. They have big bodies up front, and I still think England will get the win, but it won't be as easy as England will make it out to seem. I think England will win this game. Not comfortably, but I don't see much problems. Well, Sweden, I wouldn't say much problems. I think it'll go to penalties. I think it'll be 1-1, and it'll end up going to penalties. And England got their demons. They exercised some demons the last game after winning the penalty shootout for the first time, I think, in a major tournament. They really do not play well in the penalties, and getting that penalty was really important for them to get that out the way, for that if the next game goes to penalties, they will have that confidence. I think it'll go to penalties again, just like it did versus Colombia. England has a good squad, but Sweden also has been playing great this World Cup. I think England win in penalties, though. They have better strikers, pretty good goalie, played amazing in the last penalty shootout. I think England will win this game. So ESPN FC Cast will react to this. We'll preview the game, and I will stop the video and give my opinions.
2-1 outsiders. England coming in at 5-2. Big favourites. But before we talk about the game, I just want to talk about everything that is kind of happening and snowballing, if you like, in England. You must have experienced a bit of that during Euro 96. As a player, like, how much are you aware of it, and how much do you have to be careful not to get too carried away with it?
Well, they'll be aware of it, of course they will.
Yes, they are very aware of it. They should not get carried away. England, as you know, in the past, they tend to pretty much fail in the biggest stages. The 2016 Euros, they lost to Iceland, a fairly small team in the quarterfinals. Really disappointing. 2014, they got last place in their group, and the World Cup didn't advance. 2012, lost in penalties versus Italy. 2010, lost to Germany. 2006, losing to Portugal in penalties. They haven't played well. They tend to fall short in the big games, and even though they are playing smaller teams in the route to the World Cup, they shouldn't let this pressure get to them. Not even just pressure, just the cockiness. They shouldn't just go up into these games saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna win this game." They thinking that they will win this game comfortably because they're playing smaller sides and because they're England, a pretty good team. So I don't think it should get into their heads. I don't think it will. They know what they are aware. They're pretty aware of it. I think the manager, Southgate, is a really good manager. Will put them in check. But like I said, I think it will be a 1-1 game, and it'll go to penalties. 1-1, 0-0 in those lines.
Because anybody who's associated with the England team, wives, girlfriends, aunties, uncles, they're in the newspapers, which is a joke anyway. How shall they not get carried away with it? Absolutely not. They're miles away from winning the World Cup. Absolutely miles away. Yes, they've qualified. They've got this, penalty hoodoo off their backs to a certain extent, and they've got to.
Yes, they did get the penalty demons out the way. I think it will be good for them, especially in this game, because I think it will go to penalties.
Of 3 equally hard games if they are to lift the World Cup, and these games will only intensify in getting more difficult.
Well, I want to say 3 hard games. I want to say Sweden is one of the best teams in the world. Yes, they played good this World Cup, and yes, I don't think it'll be easy, but I don't think it will be hard either. Then if the next game, if my prediction is right, versus Croatia, they are also a good team. Well, I think that one will be a pretty hard one, and the final as well. So yes, I actually do agree. But yes, as he said, the exercising the demons of the penalties was really good for them.
In the level of play, and England do have to improve. We keep on saying it. It's good to bring people back down to earth. They've only beaten Panama, Tunisia, and Colombia, and a poor Colombia.
Well, yes, but the two games versus Tunisia and Panama were really good games. They thrashed Panama. They had a great game versus Tunisia. And the game versus Belgium, they lost on purpose to get into the easy bracket. They had a great game versus Colombia. If it wasn't for that last minute goal, they really pretty much dominated the whole game versus them. So I don't really agree that they've had a average World Cup. They've had a great World Cup. England really surprised me in this World Cup. I didn't think they would make it this far.
On penalties. So we all want them to succeed, but there's still a long, long way to go with better teams to face.
Well, not all of us do. Oh, grumpy pants in the corner there.
I never said that. I never said a word.
Don't want England to succeed?
Steve, if you're Southgate, how much do you play on this and all the euphoria that's going on, and how much you need to dilute it to calm it down?
Well, I would dial it down in the sense that they shouldn't get carried away, that they shouldn't get cocky. But this euphoria that he's talking about, this hype, they should really live on it. This is why they've gone this far. This is why they've been playing well. It's coming home. You see it all over social media. It's really played to their advantage because they're really living up to the hype. And I don't think South's gonna be like, whoa, let's calm down. It's not this and that. No, they're really playing off this hype and they're playing really well. But I do think that they should level down I wouldn't say level down the cockiness. I think that Southgate has done a pretty good job with the team. He's a really good team player. And it really won't surprise me if after the World Cup he starts getting offers from clubs, from major clubs as Chelsea, Real Madrid, probably Bayern. I think Bayern got a coach already. But teams like that, he's managed his team really well. I want to be surprised if he gets job offers from big clubs going forward.
I get the impression that even before this tournament started, he had everybody on quite an even keel. And I think he'll just be...
Yeah, I agree. He's a really good team/players coach. I wouldn't really say the tactics have been all that well. He's a good coach tactics, but he's really much more of a team/players coach. He really gets along with the team. He looks like a likable person. Yeah, I think he's a really good. As far as tactics, I don't know. I haven't really seen much change in their tactics throughout the World Cup. Pretty much play with the same formation. But we'll see. We'll see if he does any changes versus Sweden and going forward. I do think I do think he's a good player and people's person.
Ending the same message game after game. Don't get carried away. And he'll have done something similar after the Belgium game. He'll be saying, look, okay, we've lost the game, but, when we won, we didn't get carried away. Now that we've lost, let's not get carried away either.
Yes, but like we all know, they tried to lose that game to get into the easy bracket. So.
And you saw against Colombia how they kept their heads, and they actually kept on an even keel. So.
Yes, that was really important too, right? Teams after conceding a last minute goal going to extra time, they can either diminish or they can rise up to the challenge and keep on playing well. That was a really good response from the England team to keep playing well throughout the extra time.
I think that'll be the easiest job that he has, keeping them on an even keel. The hardest job is going to be getting them to beat the teams that are remaining in this tournament.
And of course, that first team is Sweden, where you know exactly what you're going to get, really. There's going to be no surprises from this side.
No surprises, too bad.
No surprises, yes. Really tall defenders. They will defend well. Maybe play off the counter, try to get a little bit of possession. They got a couple good forwards. They got really good defenders. No really surprise on what they're going to do. Whatever they've done throughout the whole World Cup, they're going to keep on doing it.
So 4, you've got 2 up front in Toivonen and Berg. They're not gonna surprise you with anything, but at the same time, they're very good at what they do. They're going to get numbers forward, Forsberg and Klaassen on the wings, only when they have to. Other than that, they're not going to gamble. They're not exceptional at anything going forward, but they are very good and well disciplined at the back. The other concern for
Well, yes, but that can also be a big problem. Being conservative is good, yeah, but being over conservative, that's bad, and will come back to haunt them in this game versus England. It might, being a little bit too conservative, playing a little bit too much defense, parking the bus. But what happens when you concede or go to the likes of a Harry Kane? Then what? You're gonna try to chase the game, and what happens if you get caught up at the top? A counterattack from England, that's goodbye Sweden. So I would be conservative, but not too much.
and going into this one is there's a huge height difference between the Swedish team and the English starting 11, or what you expect between the two starting 11s. And England have conceded set pieces against Panama, conceded a set piece again later again.
Yes, set pieces will be pivotal for Sweden. They're really gonna have to make. That's probably what they're working on too in training. Most teams like this that defend well, small teams, they spend a bunch of time on set pieces because those are pretty much their only chances of scoring throughout the game. Because that's a cross in and it's a bad mistake from the defender. That's a goal, a header on goal, a wide open shot. So they will be practicing the set pieces. I expect them to come out with a couple different number of set pieces. That's one of the ways that they can score. Like he said, England hasn't defended well, and the Sweden manager knows that. It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Colombia. If Sweden are to win this game, that's where you feel they have the advantage. How you match up and how you pair up is a challenge for Gareth Southgate, because again, given the high differences, it's not an easy fix.
A possible.
Yes, I do agree. I do expect England to win, although be it on penalties. It might not even be penalties. I would say England would win 1-0 before and full time or extra time or penalties, because I'm gonna give credit where credit is due to the Swedish the Sweden players. They played really good this World Cup. They defended well. They score goals. They really attack. I wouldn't say they're most dangerous, lethal attack in the world, but when they get numbers forward, you better watch out because they can do some damage. I do expect England to win. Just depends to see on what the Sweden tactics will be. They just parked the bus, being a little bit too more over conservative. They can probably get caught out by Harry Kane goal. They'll try to chase the game. Same thing that happened with Uruguay today. But it's just interesting to see what can happen. I think Sweden will go up into this game not with their like, oh, we're gonna lose the game. No, I think they will be confident and they can. Would I be surprised Sweden got the win? Well, yes, but I could see them win, but I'd be surprised if they would get the result. I think England, just too much hype surrounding them. This World Cup, as they advanced more and more each game, the hype has grown for England. I think they'll handle it well. Like I said, Southgate done pretty well with the players. He's a people's person. Done really well with the squad. Do expect England to win. Anyways, guys, that will be my review. I'll have more videos coming up on the way in the World Cup. Please like this video and leave a comment if y'all want to see more videos or other topics. I will only be doing soccer/football, and yes, football, soccer. So not like American football, just soccer/football topics. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.